Hi, my name is Marty Watson. I'm a reporter at Channel 23 in Brownsville, and I've been working there for the last 2.5 years, a little more than that actually. I started in April 2013. And basically, I got into communications because when I first started school at DePaul University in Chicago, I really had no idea what career field specifically I wanted to go into, but I knew that at the root of all careers, communications is just something that is always involved. You always have to communicate with people. You always have to interact with people, whether it's on a professional level or not. So I just knew that no matter, even though I didn't know what I wanted to do specifically, I knew that I'd have to communicate with someone in some way. So that's really why I chose communications. So how has social media changed your profession? Social media has definitely changed my profession because the first thing people do in the morning is not necessarily click on the TV and watch whatever news outlet. They're going to look at their Facebook, they're going to look at their Twitter, they always look at their social media platforms. So really, it's become really the new fast way to get your news, social media has. Some positive changes are that, like I just said, it's a really quick way to get information fast. You can find out what's going on really anywhere in the world, anytime you want. It's just really good for quick information and kind of whether it's you giving the word or someone else putting the word out there. It's just a quick way to communicate with people. Negative aspects of social media is definitely the fact that you really have to be mindful of what you put out there because anything you say, any misinformation you have, that could be very damaging to your reputation. People might not take you seriously like they did before. It's just come down to having to be very mindful of what you put out there, being very cautious of what's on your social media because people don't necessarily take anything you say with a grain of salt. Sometimes they'll just take it and run with it, even if it's not necessarily the most accurate information. So you just should always be mindful of what's out there on your social media. How does your media influence culture? So now, like I said before, you can have like blogs. It's not necessarily just like commercial news outlet that are really giving out information in terms of news that's coming in. So a lot of people here in Brownsville follow Cheesemay. In fact, I look at the Cheesemay's page usually every single day because sometimes he has more information about what's going on than Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 23. So it's always good to keep up to date with what's going on around you in terms of social media and in terms of who's blogging, who's putting out information that's like local that could end up being a really good story. How can a person looking to break into a career in your field begin? If you want to go into broadcast journalism, you should definitely do internships. I learned a lot in class, but I never would have gotten the information I got about the newsroom, the chaos of it, the different jobs within it if I hadn't done internships. I interned at WGN, Fox Chicago, and NBC Chicago, and really my experience there was probably the best I could get in terms of what broadcast journalism is all about.